G'day there guys, Markee here. What's your favourite childhood memory? Mine's the time that I face-planted off a skateboard. That was fun. Welcome back to another episode of r/Am I the A-hole. I hope you enjoy today's episode, whatever you're doing here. Tell me down in the comments and have a good one. Posted by user throwaway003470. Titled, Am I the A-hole for making my fiancé choose between me and her son? This sounds terrible, but please let me explain. I, 36 male, have been dating my fiancée, 38 female, for 2 years, and we're planning on getting married at the end of December. She has a 12-year-old son who can't even stand the sight of me. His mum has full custody and is currently banning his grandmother, ex-husband's mother, from seeing him. He hid important work documents that took months of work, which affected my colleagues as well, and he had access to my passport and destroyed it. He broke my late son's scooter, which I gifted to him on his birthday. He knew how much it meant to me, but he did it on purpose. He also constantly breaks new stuff I bring to the house just because he knew I bought it. Now he's doing the same with my medication. I have anxiety issues and PTSD that got worse when my son died. I'm dealing with so much right now, and I'm finding it so hard to keep myself calm and healthy, especially after I came home to find my medication all over the bathroom. I told my wife it's either me or him. She said I should listen to myself because I sounded ridiculous. I can't believe she said that after being together for years. She argued with me and said I was crazy to ask her that, even though she saw how that affected my health. I've lost weight, have no appetite nor the desire to go through with the wedding because I know I'll end up with severe depression that can't be dealt with. She still claims that I was in the wrong and is waiting for me to apologize for what I said while she refuses to see what her son did. This is like watching a house fire just get bigger and bigger and bigger. OP, I really don't think you should be with these two. I think you need to go and get some serious help. You just keep dropping bombshell after bombshell in this explanation. You just casually mentioned your PTSD that got worse when your son died, and that's the first time we're hearing of it. You were right at the start of this. This does sound terrible. Please get help. You're the a-hole for asking her to part with her son, for sure, but I think the more serious matter is you need help, buddy. You're the a-hole? Yeah, you do sound ridiculous when you suggest your partner give up her 12-year-old son. He's a human being, not a pet gerbil that can be rehomed. It sounds like he very much needs mental health help that he isn't getting, and you and your fiancé need to take responsibility for that. But if you don't want to deal with him anymore, your only option is to leave. If I were your fiancé, I would have ended our relationship at the very suggestion that you made. Also, get a padlock for your work stuff and your medication. It's not rocket science. Isn't it kind of amazing how OP can't believe she said that after being together for years, when she's been in her son's life for 12 years? Their relationship predates OP. So by his logic, wouldn't it make sense that she chooses her son over him? I mean, you realize that she can't just abandon her son, right? What would she do? Drop him off at a fire station? You just need to leave. You can't demand to get rid of her son. She needs to take her son to therapy. Everyone sucks here. The son needs help, but I don't think it's an everyone sucks here, and more of a you're the a-hole. OP has come to the, seemingly, reasonable conclusion that he can't live with this child. What OP doesn't seem to understand is that there is only one way forward from this conclusion, which is to move out. Period. The son isn't going anywhere for the next 6 years at least. Edit, y'all really getting really wound up about what you think of the mum who might be failing at parenting and losing the clear statement that OP wants his fiancé to kick out a 12-year-old child. Some of you really need help if you think that's cool. Posted by user Inappropriate Gay. Titled, Am I the a-hole for making a gay sex joke? Hey people, I think this is the right sub for this, so let's get started on the story and y'all can judge me. My, male 22, friends, and I were at a friend's house. The friend's name is Jacques, he's male 23, and we were drinking and chilling. In a responsible manner, of course. I'm gay and have been out for over a year now. While we're drinking, Jacques makes a comment, and I turn it into a sex joke because why not? The atmosphere had been pretty light-hearted, everyone was effing around, and all was okay. Everyone freezes. Jacques asks me, what the F do you mean by that, oui? So I explain, and he looks visibly uncomfortable, and tells me that I'm not funny, and that gay men shouldn't make these sort of jokes around straight people, because it was essentially me hitting on him, and like 2 other of my friends agree. The atmosphere doesn't go quite back to normal, and Jacques moves further from me after calling me an unbelievable a-hole, and so I make an excuse and bounce. Razor, my best friend, who's gay and has been out for longer than I have, thinks that they are overly sensitive, and he followed me immediately when I left, and said some choice words about Jacques and the 2 friends who defended him. I don't know how to feel. When I was younger, I had issues with boundaries, so maybe I did transgress some, and Jacques told me that unless I apologize for making him uncomfortable, I'm not welcome in. So what do y'all think? Am I the a-hole for making a gay sex joke around a group of mostly straight people? Edit. He said, bottoms up, and I stood up. It's a good one. I like it. Edit 2. Over 3,000 people now know I'm a bottom. Thank you, Reddit. And edit 3. To clarify something, I wasn't the first person who made a sex joke. Others were made. How do you take that as hitting on him? I genuinely don't understand. Unless he started giving you the sex eyes and winky 1, 2, 3, get on me because I'm a bottom. I really don't see how you put 1 and 0 together here and make 3 OP. It really doesn't make sense to me. Sorry, I meant the friend, not OP. So, in conclusion, you're not the a-hole for making the gay sex joke. He's just being sensitive, that's all it is. Not the a-hole? Once I saw what the joke was, that is incredibly tame, and their reaction is a bit homophobic. I'd say more than a bit, and especially if Jacques is still holding firm on this and not dropping the issue, which shouldn't have been an issue to begin with. I guess he just assumes that every gay guy wants to be with him or something. Not the a-hole. The joke you made is obviously about you, not him, and that in no way is hitting on him, so he's definitely being an a-hole and a lot homophobic. That joke is not even a joke that applies only to gay people. Also, what weird reasoning he gives for taking offense. Is every sex joke his friend makes an attempt to hit on any woman around him, presuming he's straight? I'm betting not. Those friends are being straight up homophobic. Yes, and that's exactly why he's offended. Homophobic men are afraid that gay men will hit on them the way that they hit on women. Posted by user NervousGrab6251. Titled, Am I the a-hole for replacing room keys for $2 to avoid a $250 fee in our housing units? So I live in a housing unit/dorm just outside of our college. It's not affiliated and is run by a third-party company. It's a bit average, but it's a nice place to live and is a bit cheaper than living on campus. The problem is our room keys. We use cards with magnetic strips on the back, like you would find in a motel. Most of these cards are between 3 and 6 years old and in terrible condition. When you move in, you get given cards from the last people in that room, and if you're lucky, you have minimal problems. But this is the minority more than the majority. If you want a replacement card for any reason, you are charged $250. Lost, damaged, or just not working. It's $250. Most people just make sure they come and go during office hours, so the RA can let them in if their card doesn't work, or people just share within a room as they might have one working card between 4 people. This doesn't really work for me because I work until 4 AM most nights. So if my card doesn't work, I have to sleep in my car until someone can let me into the building at 8 AM. Recently, my card stopped working altogether. It wouldn't swipe in at all. The office staff told me it would be $250 despite the card being around since the beginning of time, which is clear because you can't even read the name of the company that was once printed on it. No exceptions. Now, this sucks because I, like most people here, don't just have a spare $250 for a card. So I did a bit of research. A card with a mag strip doesn't have a lot of security on it. So I purchased an $85 card reader/writer from Amazon and had it sent to me overnight. The next day, I borrowed a roommate's card and cloned it onto a new blank card. The machine came with 20 and it worked amazingly. Problem solved. Of course, my roommates heard about this, so I cloned all of their broken, worn cards onto new ones, and we just threw the old ones out into the office Dropbox. This spread like wildfire, and when everyone started coming back after the pandemic restrictions, I was the go-to person for card replacements. I charged $2 for the card, $1 to help me pay off the machine, and $1 for the blank card, and then just threw the damaged cards in the office Dropbox as well. The building administration caught on after I had done about 50 cards and asked to speak with me. They gave me a massive lecture on how I was depriving them of much needed income during a pandemic and that it was a security issue that I was cloning cards, and said I need to stop what I was doing and they will be the only people who can provide cards. I thought I was doing something good and helping people who couldn't afford the replacements, but the lecture the administrators gave me got me thinking that I may be the a-hole, as they're pretty good to us otherwise. There is no universe you can convince me that $200 for a piece of plastic with a magnetic strip in it is a reasonable and justifiable price. Oh no, we couldn't scam $12,500 off these people just to replace their cards. God, you're the modern day Robin Hood robbing us blind, OP. We hate you. I can completely see where they're coming from with the security issue about cloning cards, but it's completely not justifiable to be charging as much as they are, and it was inevitable that something like this was going to come up. It just so happened that it came up now, and OP is getting dealt with. Maybe they should lower their prices, but for that, you're not the a-hole, OP. They're the a-holes here. The fact they're not replacing cards at the beginning of a lease and using card replacement as a form of income shows you are not the a-hole. If they replaced the cards at the beginning of a lease and then had the replacement charge as a way to discourage loss or theft, then you would have been the a-hole. Yeah, for me, it's definitely that they don't give new keys at the beginning of a new lease. That's pretty screwed. Even hotels give you a new key basically every time. Not really, we reuse key cards, but we also don't charge $250 to replace them either. Hotels won't give you a key card that is not in like new condition, OP is not the a-hole, landlord is. That, and you can get a replacement just by asking the front desk. Takes a few seconds and is completely free. $250 is robbery for magnetic cards. I'm no lawyer, but that doesn't even sound legal. Cards like that are supposed to be disposable and easily replaceable. You put it next to your phone, bam, dead. Next to a magnet in your wallet, boom, dead. Not the a-hole, and you need to look into that more. You're still paying rent, right? Then they are making money. Pandemic my ass. My apartment complex uses them, as we have a gate that you have to use the card to get into after hours. Plus, you have to use it for the pool, exercise room, and they only charge you $10 if you lose the card. If it quits working, they replace it for free. Posted by user throwaway63638 titled, Am I the a-hole for kicking my mother out of my recently inherited house after she called me disgusting? For a little background, I inherited a small house from my late aunt last month after she passed away. I started living there about 3 months ago after I recently turned 18 and started college. My mother thought that it was a good idea to live with me to take care of me since I just broke up with my girlfriend and I'm still studying. Since she cooked for me, it worked out fine. However, I have a habit of sleeping naked at night. She noticed this after she entered my room once and called me disgusting. If I were a boy, I can understand that it would make her uncomfortable, but I'm a woman too. I just shrugged off the comments, but she made a habit of calling my body gross and that no man will ever want an exhibitionist, which is funny since I'm a lesbian. She enters my room just to tell me I'm disgusting. She even makes gagging sounds. For the record, I only go naked right after showering at night, then head straight in my room to sleep. After about a week of unbearable comments, I told her to pack up and leave. Now my elder brother won't stop bothering me, telling me that I'm a huge a-hole and stuff like that. I'm sorry, what? She continually goes in to comment on your body while she knows that you're in there naked sleeping? I think she's the one with the problem here. If she's going to continue to invade your privacy in your own home when she's a guest living for free, what? I really just can't comprehend why she continues to do this. She's got some serious screws loose, and good on you for kicking her out. There's a lot of people that would try to work those things out, but you just went straight for the jugular and got that pathetic, toxic woman straight out of your life. I wouldn't be inclined to call her that if she had apologized or showed remorse, but at this point, she's not showing any of those, so I have no qualms about calling her that. Keep doing UOP, screw the elderly brother for agreeing with her. You're not the a-hole in this situation. Not the a-hole. It's your house, not your mother's house. You deserve to feel at home there. And I don't understand her issue with being naked. I also wouldn't understand it if you were a guy. Exactly. The mother is toxic and creepy. She's purposely walking into the room just to body shame OP, not the a-hole. It's so bizarre to me that a mother would find their own child's body disgusting at any age. She presumably saw OP naked a million times when they were little. Wait, is mum a never nude? Do I dare ask what a never nude is? Do they bathe with their clothes on? It's a joke from the TV series Arrested Development. One character identifies as a never nude, and yes, he showers in jean shorts. Not the a-hole. Sleeping naked is very good for the quality of sleep and to let your delicate areas breathe. Ask your mother why she's so interested in watching you naked if that disgusts her. You know, by not entering your private room while she knows you're naked. Call her peeping Tam and see if she persists. Not the a-hole. She doesn't need to enter your room if she doesn't want to see your gross body. Don't think I need to mention the common sense thing like your body, your house, your life, and so on. Just in time to end this toxic behavior, your older brother should take her. Winky face. Maybe that's the reason the brother is complaining. He's the one that has to live with this woman and wants OP to take her back. Okay, and I think that's where we're going to end today's episode, guys. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it, and maybe even learned something from these stories. Just want to say a quick shout out to my Patreon subscribers and my channel members. You guys should be on the screen right now. If you do see yourself, I want you to give yourself a little pat on the back for being amazing and supporting me on this channel, this little journey we're going on the YouTubes. I really appreciate it, and you guys enable me to do all this amazing work. So if you do see yourself, I love your face and I'm happy to see you. Also guys, if you want to pitch in your own support, you don't have to, but channel links are down in the description below to support the Patreon, the channel membership, whatever you want to do. It's kind of like tipping me if you feel like I'm doing a good job on this channel. I will be opening up avenues for content on those in the future. Just right now I'm kind of bogged down and stuck in Ireland, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, with that said, I do hope you have a wonderful day today. Whatever you're up to, I'd love to know down in the comments below. I do hope you have a good day, night, sleep. Whatever you're up to today, tell me, and I'll see you in the next episode, guys. Bye.